The moment the match ended, chaos erupted. Philippines fire. Hundreds of fans surrounded the court as Alex Eala completed her stunning victory over defending champion Leylah Fernandez. They weren't just cheering, they were celebrating history. They weren't just watching, they were part of something bigger. They were part of a movement. The Filipino community in Washington had waited for this moment. They had filled the stands. They had waved their flags. They had chanted her name through every twist and turn of the match. And when Eala sealed the win with a dominant tiebreak, they exploded. But this was not just about one victory. This was about what it means to be Filipino. This was about representation. This was about showing the world that a young woman from the Philippines can compete with the best and win. And then came the moment that sent fans into a frenzy. As Eala walked off the court, she was mobbed by supporters who had waited hours just to see her. They weren't just fans, they were a community. They weren't just spectators, they were a nation united. In this video we are going to show you what happened after the match. We are going to show you the chaos, the love and the pride. We are going to tell you why this moment means more than just a win. And we are going to explain why Alex Eala is not just a tennis player, she is the pride of an entire nation, Philippines. Let's get into it. The match was over. Leylah Fernandez had been eliminated. Alex Eala had triumphed 6-2, 7-6, 1. But the real drama was just beginning. As Eala walked off the court, hundreds of fans descended upon the area. They had been waiting for this moment. They had been cheering for hours. They were not about to let their hero slip away without showing their love. The scenes were absolutely incredible. Filipino flags waved everywhere. Chants of "Let's go Alex, let's go" echoed through the stadium. And Eala, instead of rushing to the locker room, took time to greet her supporters. She signed autographs. She posed for photos. She made sure every fan felt seen and appreciated. One fan shouted, "We are so proud of her. Keep going, Alex." Another young Filipina supporter said, "She is such an inspiration. I don't even play tennis, but I love the way she fights on the court." The Filipino community had taken over Washington and they were not letting go. Tournament chairman Mark Ine had already witnessed the phenomenon firsthand. He revealed a stunning statistic. Over the last month, the ticketing team says at least 80%, if not more, of the requests in this tournament are about when is Alex Eala playing. He added, "When you look at the amazing players here and how many great stars there are, it says something about Alex's following." Eala herself was overwhelmed by the turnout. She said, "This is my first time competing in DC. I knew there was a Filipino community. Most of these places I'm not really sure what to expect at this point, but I was pleasantly surprised. I think there was a great atmosphere on court today, very electric." But the aftermath was about more than just crowds. It was about the power of community. In the post-match interview, Alex Eala was asked what it felt like to be so popular wherever she competed. Her response was brief. It was bold. And it was unmistakably Filipino. "I think the question should be rephrased as what's it like to be Filipino?" she said. She then turned toward the crowd and added, "Salamat mga kababayan, thank you my countrymen." The moment sent fans into a frenzy. It was not just a victory speech. It was a declaration of pride. It was a reminder that Eala carries her identity with her wherever she goes. And it was a recognition that her success is shared by an entire nation. Earlier, after her victory over Zhang Qinwen, Eala had expressed the same sentiment. She said, "I think the question should be rephrased, it's what it's like to be Filipino." She added, "I think the community here in DC is amazing. I think there was a great atmosphere for both players and I'm really happy with my win today." But Eala's words were about more than just pride. They were about responsibility. She understands that she is representing something bigger than herself. "I represent a minority," she said. I'm the first Filipina to make it at this stage in tennis, and that doesn't just go for the Philippines necessarily, but maybe another nationality or another little girl who maybe didn't see a pathway before that. She added, I'm really grateful for everyone who supports me. They're the reason I have this platform at the end of the day, and it just adds to how meaningful my job is to me. The scenes in Washington were not just about a tennis match. They were about representation. They were about a young woman showing the world what Filipinos are capable of. Eala has become the most visible Filipino athlete on the global stage. She has defeated Grand Slam champions. She has reached the fourth round of Wimbledon. She has climbed to world number 28. She has broken barriers that no Filipino player has ever broken before. And she carries that weight with humility and grace. She said, I think with the platform that I have, it's important for me to be aware of the impact that I hold also. I learned through bits and pieces of what people and the fans themselves tell me, and I understand that I represent a lot. Eala's journey has inspired millions of Filipinos around the world. Young girls in the Philippines now see a pathway that didn't exist before. They see that tennis is not just a sport for the elite, it is a sport for everyone. The Filipino community in Washington has proven that distance means nothing when it comes to supporting your own. They showed up in massive numbers. They waved their flags. They made their voices heard. And they proved that the Filipino diaspora is a force to be reckoned with. As Eala said, I'm very grateful to everybody who comes out to see me. I think it's great for them to also experience, because I know a lot of them have never been to tennis events. So I'm happy also to be able to in one way or another introduce a tennis event in their life. Amid all the drama and emotion, there was one moment that brought a smile to everyone's face. During her on-court interview, Eala asked the fans for a small favor. She said in Tagalog, Kung may mga kanan kayo na alam dito. Wala akong masayadong free time pero baka mamaya pang dinner. If you know any good restaurants here, I don't have much free time, but maybe for dinner later. The crowd erupted in laughter and cheers. It was a moment of pure connection. A moment that reminded everyone that Eala is not just a superstar, she is a young woman trying to enjoy life on the road. She added, I would have loved to see more of the city, but the matches are very demanding and training is very demanding, and you know this is the first priority. I enjoy so much here and I enjoy so much on tour, but I'm still working. That lighthearted moment captured the essence of Eala's relationship with her fans. She is humble. She is relatable. And she never forgets that the people in the stands are the reason she has this platform. The scenes in Washington are a sign of something much bigger. This is not just about one tournament. This is about the future of Philippine tennis. First, it shows the power of the Filipino community. Filipinos from all over the world are rallying behind Eala. They are showing up in massive numbers. They are making their voices heard. And they are proving that the Filipino diaspora is a force to be reckoned with. Second, it inspires the next generation. Young Filipino players will see the scenes in Washington and think, if she can do it, so can I. They will pick up rackets. They will start playing. They will start dreaming. Third, it puts Philippine tennis on the map. Eala's success is already putting the Philippines on the global tennis map. And the fan support in Washington is amplifying that message. Fourth, it gives hope. In a country that faces many challenges, Eala's success gives Filipinos something to celebrate. It gives them hope for a brighter future. Fifth, it proves that Filipinos can compete with the best. Eala has beaten Grand Slam champions. She has reached the second week of Wimbledon. She has reached world number 28. She has proven that Filipinos can compete at the highest level. The future is bright for Philippine tennis. And Alex Eala is leading the way.